Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast of PGSN. Tonight, we have Pleasant Grove against Layton here in Valhalla. Play-in game to see which one of these teams will go into the playoffs for a chance to win the 6A Girls Region, the 6A Girls State Championship. So, exciting game tonight. We are excited to have you guys out here with us.
Sportsmanship does matter. And we ask for your support in demonstrating respect for the game and all the participants by refraining from being negative.
We'll be right back after the national anthem and player introductions.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprinkling bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And number 22, KJ Henry, head coach for the Layton Lancers, Gerald Stewart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, make some noise, put your hands together for the starting line of your Pleasant Grove Mighty Vikings. Starting sophomore standing 5'7" inches tall, number 0, Montana Porter. Our senior at 5'4" inches tall, number 3, Jada Legend Ross. Junior at 5'6", number 11, May Tuiasoa. Junior standing 6'2" inches tall, number 13, Tabby Taylor. And junior at 6 foot, number 23, Cash Cars. Head coach for your Pleasant Grove Mighty Vikings, Lacey Larson.
Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. We've already done our introduction courtesy of Owen Jorgensen. I am Jack Warner joining you today along with, of course, Owen Jorgensen in a UHSAA 6A girls play-in game versus Pleasant Grove and Layton. Pleasant Grove has already met this team once this year on January 3rd, I believe, in a win by 7, 46-39, as Layton wins the tip-off. Student section is minimal but loud.
Very loud.
Quick three, no good. Rebound goes to Jada Ross. Jada to Cash Connors, I believe. Michaela Boyer, sorry. Michaela Boyer inside. Tamia gets pass is missed, but outside to Jada Ross. Boyer inside, puts it up, no good. She's going to the line.
And Michaela Boyer, for those of you who don't know, used to play for this Layton team a couple years ago. So watch for her this game.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove in their last matchup against Layton was outscored in the first and third by 1 in each, 10-11 and 13-12. But 7-point victory for the Vikings, who have gone 8-15 on the season. This Layton team is the lowest seed and has kind of a pitiful record of 2-20.
Which is absolutely insane.
Went 0-10 in region play. They beat Woods Cross High School, who I believe is a 5A team. So there you go. Inside, ball stolen. Tabby's got it. Over to Boyer. Off-ball foul, I believe.
No, there's an injury on the floor, subbing her out.
Who was injured?
Number 5 on Layton.
Ah, I see. Her name is Ava Larson, sophomore point guard, shooting guard. Standout player is Lindsay Thurgood. She is 6 foot, senior power forward.
Connors.
Inside, this is Clark, a mid-range jumper, no good. Connors taps it out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Pleasant Grove.
Rare miss right there for Tabby Clark. That is usually her shot and can knock those down at a pretty high percentage.
Yeah, Tabby Clark, Dirk Nowitzki-esque with a fadeaway mid-ranger. It's almost automatic. I mean, we have watched this girls team basically every game of region. So we have gotten a little bit familiar with them over the course of the season.
Layton throws it on a ball to be Pleasant Grove basketball. LA will get it in to Michaela Boyer. Boyer scanning the floor. Over to Connors. Connors. Now LA creating space and being able to connect on the bank.
Sorry about this. We don't have printed out rosters, so, you know, it's a little bit harder to see. Stolen. Back over to Layton. Mid-range jumper. Can't connect. I believe for Layton, that was Taya Pace, number 20. Connors got it for the Vikings. Over to Clark. Clark off the screen from Connors, fakes left. Goes left, puts it up and good. Vikings got a 6-point lead, and that forces a timeout from the Lancers.
Lancers not being able to score in the first couple minutes of this game. Very frustrating for them. Calling a timeout to gain back their composure and see what they can do about this rough start.
Yeah, and Layton, let's look into the stats a little bit. Points per game leader is Brinley Koizek. Got a little bit of a crazy setup here. Brindy Koizek. She's number 1. She's a junior shooting guard. She averages 9.1 points a game, leading scorer for this Layton team. Field goal percentage is Lindsay Thurgood. We already talked about her. Getting a little bit of a introduction from Sheldon Sweet here. You want to say hi to the microphone? Hello. There you go. Sheldon Sweet, a great member of us here at Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Now, got some more fans turning up, and you know, it might be some Stuco people, but at least they're here.
They're here.
They're here, and they're here to support their girls, because guess what? PG girls are our favorite girls.
Yep. Said it right, Jack.
Absolutely, I said it right.
As we come out of the timeout, Pleasant Grove is up 6 against these Layton Lancers. Layton unable to score in the first couple minutes, like we said. Let's see what they talked about in this timeout and see if they can execute. Out of bounds. Vikings basketball so far unable to execute for the Lancers.
Pleasant Grove all-time against Layton in girls is 8-3. Last win, of course, on the 3rd by 7. So overall winning record against this 6A team not in our region. In the corner, Ross.
Boyer
in the corner, kicks back out. Inside, puts it up, no good from Cash Connors. Now, Pleasant Grove, if they succeed in a victory today, will have to play Syracuse.
That's going to be a tough matchup for these girls, but you know, overall, I think they got it if they could play as a team. Stolen by Boyer. Boyer slowing it down, being able to see the floor. Looking at the coach to see the play. Gets it to Connors.
Syracuse this year went 19-3 with a 9-1 record. Their only losses coming to Fremont, who in the bracket is a 4 seed, so a formidable opponent for the Titans. Other losses came from Skyview and Grantsville. Not sure where they're from. Or they're lower school.
An underground team. Out of bounds again. Vikings basketball. Vikings. These girls playing great defense here. Being able to trap right where they want her. Forcing her out of bounds. Fantastic defense by the Vikings these last couple possessions. Still keeping Layton to 0.
Yeah, the Lancers have gone scoreless. Gone scoreless. Clark, a 3. Good!
Tabby Clark.
She's just great.
Tabby Clark is such an asset to this team. Very lethal shooter, standing at 6'2". Don't see that very often. Blocked by Boyer. The Vikings defense is incredible right now.
She's ranked 43rd in the state in points per game.
Tabby Clark?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Tabby is a pure scorer.
And she's only a junior. There's only one senior on this team. It's Jada Ross, aka Jordan Ross's little sister, Jordan Ross. Pleasant Grove legend. Plays at St. Mary High, or St. Mary, not High, St. Mary College.
Yes, and as we see there, the Lancers getting their first bucket of this game, down 9-2, coming to the end of this first quarter. Ross for 3, can't connect. Lancers with the rebound. Trying to get out in transition.
This is Koizik. Back out. Kicks it out to Pace. Now Shepard puts it up and in.
Great little floater by Shepard, being able to get that touch around the rim and over Cash Connors.
Yeah, Leah Shepard does a great job controlling it. Boyer controlling it. After not having the Lancers score for 4.5 straight minutes, they give up 4 points very quickly. 3
Boyer.
from Boyer. Rattles it home.
Michaela Boyer. Lancers getting into the middle of the floor. Shepard. 15-footer.
And Boyer isn't on any of the leaderboards for 3-pointers. Jada Ross, left-hand layup.
Off the backboard.
Foul down low. Almost puts it in. It's Miley Tuiasola.
LA Tuiasola.
I almost absolutely destroyed that ball with my whiteness. I'm sorry. I will be better.
Can't connect on the first.
Yeah, just on the left side. We've seen that as a theme this year, honestly, especially with the girls' team shooting against those opposing student sections. It's messed them up.
Being able to connect on the second one, though.
This is one of the more anyways, look. thieves here. Stolen. Down low, here come the Vikings. Larson. Over to Clark. Left side. Kicks it out. This is Hadley. Now Ross. Back out Clark. Hadley. Off the screen. Goes baseline. Hadley puts up a shot. Can't connect, and she's fouled. A late whistle on that. Again, referees these days, I don't know what it is, but the late whistles are happening a lot in boys' games, girls' games, and other teams besides Pleasant Grove.
You know, I think they're going to see if the shot goes in or not, because if it goes in, they're not going to call a foul, but if it goes in, they're not going to call a foul, but if it doesn't go in, they're going to call a foul. That's what it's like in AAU ball. If anybody's watched AAU, so club basketball,
It's just
don't
weird.
want to give them 3 points if it's not needed.
I just don't think that's the right way to go, because
It's really
it should be valuable if you shoot a shot or foul and it goes in anyway. You know? Inside, that's a mid-ranger. Samantha Voles. Sammy in parentheses. She's a freshman.
There's a lot of freshmen on this Vikings squad too. I think we got 3 on this varsity team, 4 really.
Larson, speaking of one of the freshmen, off a screen, kicks it back up top. Hadley, it's almost stolen. Clark's got it. Back out Hadley. Hadley's open for 3, puts it up. And it bounces off the back of the backboard. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you might be confused. You see it hit the top of the backboard and it doesn't get called out, but sometimes it does. And the reason why is if it bounces back on, like towards the court, no out of bounds. But if it bounces over the back of the basket, even if you could catch it in bounds still, out of bounds. Larson a 3, no good. The freshman attempting lots of threes tonight. Larson again.
And everybody on this
Clark
Vikings.
of College League.
Oh,
College
Tabby
League.
Clark.
Tabby Clark is an absolute machine that puts threes in the bucket.
I was about to say that everybody on this Vikings squad can shoot. Like I would, if I was the coach, I could trust anybody shooting on this team. It's a very talented squad. Just have to trust each other is what it's looking like. And great play by the Vikings.
By Kira Hadley. See here on the inside, Thurgood's got it for the Lancers and throws it inside, knocked out. Pass intended for Taya Pace. Once again, Taya. Inbound for the Lancers, gets it in. Baseline, this is Koizik, leading scorer. Left side, Pace.
Ross playing really good defense. This entire Vikings team.
No good, and here come the Vikings. Boyer, only a sophomore. She's 5'7". Tuiasoa. Baseline, kicks it back out. Larson drives, kicks it out for the 3 in the corner. It's Ross. They got 4 seconds. Ross inside the paint. She's blocked. Lancers got it, and the time expires. 17-6 after the first quarter. An 11-point lead for the Vikings. Owen, what did you see out there from the Vikings?
The Vikings playing incredible defense, being able to hold the Layton Lancers to 6 points in this first quarter. We saw a lot of Jada Ross, Tabby Clark, Cash Connors, especially Cash being able to get a ton of rebounds. You know, it's just a team effort on defense, and it's a very impressive job on defense, being able to keep these Lancers to only 6 points and 0 points until 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And their offense speaks for itself. Tabby Clark hitting 2 threes, Michaela Boyer being able to hit a 3.
Yeah, I mean, Tabby Clark, that shot from college range from the second, by the way, if you look top of the three-point line, there's 2 volleyball net holders.
Around NBA range, almost.
That is WNBA range, past college range, past men's college range. I think that WNBA range might go back a tiny bit further, but still not as far as the NBA.
And Tabby Clark, she has so much potential. Such a good shooter from everywhere on the floor.
Doesn't she already have offers?
She does have offers. She has offers from, I think, UVU and Air Force are 2 out of a lot more offers that she has.
I heard rumors of Purdue. Now I feel like
possibly.
I feel like that would be much more known around the school if it was true. Purdue's a great place to be, Big Ten. Ellie Adams, we haven't seen her yet, one of my favorite players on the team, and it's good.
Being able to take it in and get the bucket.
Yeah, left-hand drive, and we did see a crucial mistake from Ellie Adams against Skyridge that ended up in a loss, but I think that her teammates just say, you know, keep your head up, and, you know, let's keep playing the game that we know. And Ellie Adams is a great three-point shooter on this team, by the way. It's like what we like to say, green ball when we see her shoot. Kicks it out. Boyer, it's loose, she's fouled. Loose ball, foul on.
Fun fact about Boyer is, I talked to her before the game. She is playing while she's sick. Seeing a little bit of a Michael Jordan flu game from Michaela Boyer.
Flu game.
And it's against her old team, so there's a lot for her going on right now. Let's see how she performs. Already has 1 3.
Foul was on Paisley Webb for the Lancers.
Boyer
drives, puts it up.
No foul call.
Cash Connors, and she's
Cash gets the foul call, though.
Connors, she's the one against Skyridge who tied it to send it to overtime. And again, in overtime, Pleasant Grove, it was just literally just trading buckets. And then right at the end, Ellie Adams had it, and Skyridge did a little bit of what we like to call a Jose Alvarado strat, which is where you hide out of bounds.
Yep.
And as they inbound it, you run from behind and poke the ball out of their hands.
One of the greatest strats of all time. I use it when I play basketball all the time. It's just it just gives you a little bit more energy being able to go after that ball.
And it's cheeky, but do you guys remember that 2022 playoff run by the Pelicans? They beat the Suns, who were the 1 seed twice, with that strategy. So, you know, it may seem a bit unethical, but it totally works. And it gave Skyridge the win over Pleasant Grove. And that's why I don't blame Ellie at all for that turnover. Back out a 3. No good. That was from Pace.
With the rebound. Boyer.
Into the corner, it's Adams.
Gives it out to Connors. Connors footwork. Oh, travel.
Dream shake does not work if you shuffle both feet. And that's what we saw happen.
That is what we saw happen. Stolen by Ross.
Ross, an incredible player.
The only senior on this Viking squad this year. Turns it over.
Is stolen from Paisley Webb. Down low, Pace. Kicks it back up top. For the Lancers, this is Larson, puts it up off the side of the backboard, and here comes Tabby Clark, wearing the Kobe 6 greens, the Grinches. And she's well deserving of those Grinches.
Kobe's are very relevant in basketball. After his death, everybody started wearing his shoes.
They're quite comfortable, I'd say.
They are very comfortable, and it's kind of like a basketball, how do I explain this? It's like a culture, basketball culture is
free throw line jumping.
A foul.
She's fouled.
At the free throw line, goes back to the free throw line, see if she can knock down these ones instead.
I mean, it must feel kind of weird going it for a shot and then shooting it for free throws at the exact same spot practically.
Very rare to be fouled around that mid-range and three-point area. Usually you get fouled under the basket shooting a layup, but weird call from the ref, but
Tabby Clark's first is good. So sometimes I feel like players are clowned for wearing Grinches if they can't show up and be the best player in the court.
They are,
and
for sure.
That's why I say Tabby Clark fills those Grinches.
She fills those shoes very well. Easily one of the best players on this floor. As Michaela Boyer tips it, being able to get the steal.
Cash Connors got it, now over to Boyer. Kicks it out, Ross. Back out to Clark. Clark picks up her dribble, all the way over to Boyer. Boyer, open lane, puts it up, no foul, and the Lancers have it. Thurgood's got it. Larson. Larson puts up a right-handed layup, can't connect. Ball is saved by Ellie Adams and gets it over to Tabby Clark.
Ellie Adams absolutely hustling her heart out, being able to get that ball. You know, we've seen that a lot from her this season.
Yeah, sister of Zach Adams, an absolute tennis legend here because of her class. Also on student council. Kicks it out. Boyer's got a wide open shot.
Can't connect, but Tabby Clark with the rebound gets tied up. And it'll be Vikings ball, I believe. Never mind.
Lancers ball. Lancers have not scored yet this quarter.
Great defense by the Vikings.
And the Vikings have only scored 4 in this quarter. It's been about 3.5 minutes. Larson gets it over to Thurgood, and shot is no good. Thurgood, again, a standout player, being the player above 6 foot on this court, it seems like. Got pace. She's 5'8". Look very similar in height on the court, so, you know, but those inches make a difference.
This Layton team is very small compared to the Vikings, who the Vikings have 2 6'2" players in Cash Connors and Tabby Clark. Very tall for girls, and out here, both of them. Tabby Clark is an absolute beast on the boards, averaging a double-double. Same with Tabby Clark. With the key piece of Michaela Boyer at shooter, and obviously Jada Ross being able to play fantastic defense and be a leader on this team, being the only senior. Very good core they have here.
Ellie Adams blocked underneath. Ball is tied up, and we got a personal foul.
The LA Tuliasova.
Yeah, Tuliasova. You know, I don't really know. I couldn't tell whose foul it was. There was about 5 girls piled in on each other, and I think they just see one of the numbers doing something, and they just throw up an 11. Larson inside to pace. Ball is tipped. Again, Tabby Clark, man, she is just unreal as a player.
The ball just gravitates naturally towards her. Very weird on defense and offense. And, you know, Tabby being able to score on all 4 levels and being able to play elite defense in the paint and on the perimeter. We see it here, not being able to be backed down and just a brick wall, even though the Lancers do get a shot over her.
Thurgood, a 6-foot player. I mean, that's a formidable foe right there. They break their over 5-minute scoreless streak. Ross drives under the basket. Kicks it back up. Clark now outside. Back to Clark. Larson drives, backing.
And the Vikings bench, if you guys haven't noticed, is very in this
Buzzer
game.
beater 3, good! Oh my goodness, from Kira Hadley.
Fantastic shot. As I was talking about the bench and how
they're into it.
Yeah, the bench is very into it. These girls are all really good friends, and it's fun to be able to see them cheer on each other even though they're on the bench.
Ball stolen by Jada Ross. Tipped out of bounds, it's Vikings ball. Trying to get to the hot hand and Kira Hadley. And I trust her to shoot it again, you know? She's already hit 1.
And Cash Connors and Michaela Boyer will come in for Tabby Clark and Jada Ross.
Tabby Clark's first break of the game. Boyer. Kicks it in the corner. Tuliasova, back out. Lost her dribble, back out. It's Cash Connors, now it's Larson. Larson into the corner. It's Hadley. Hadley back out, Tuliasova. Way deep.
From deep. Oh my goodness! Michaela Boyer!
What is going on in this game? The Vikings are red hot from 3, blue hot from 3.
Michaela Boyer from the N in that Vikings logo down there. Absolutely incredible shot from Michaela Boyer.
Kira Hadley picks up a little personal foul there on the reach-in, and they got energy.
This bench, I'm telling you, these girls that are sitting on the bench are always in the game. You know, even if they're not playing, they're cheering on their squad, and it feels like they have such a big impact on these girls. And a lot of these wins and a lot of these energy rushes that this Vikings team has comes from these players on the bench. You know, Quincy Karshner being able to really...
Ball's thrown out of bounds by Ava Larson, the sophomore.
Quincy Karshner really being able to bring the energy. She's an energy girl off and on the court. If you know her, you know. Boyer, after that.
Yeah, huge
crazy shot.
From the N in Vikings.
Gotta be feeling it now.
I feel like that's not even an exaggeration. Into the corner, Larson steps back. Back out, Boyer. Hadley now in the corner. Inside Connors puts up a shot, no good. And out of bounds, it's Vikings ball.
Remember that play from the 2019 All-Star game where LeBron was standing out of bounds and Jokic put the ball in his chest and then dropped the ball?
Yeah.
That's what that kind of felt like a little bit.
Yeah,
just
almost
on different circumstances.
Almost like
and
pushing
Michaela
him out.
Boyer throws it too far out.
Inside the drive. Back out. A three. No good. Layton, a second chance shot. It's good.
And they break their 2-minute scoring drought, being able to bring it within 17.
Yeah, Brindy Koizik, leading
Boyer
scorer.
Feeling
again.
some pressure.
Yeah, they're picking up Boyer from way out.
Don't want her shooting.
Hadley. Back out Boyer. She's got 15 seconds. A quick shot from Hadley. Too strong. Tuiasoa almost gets the rebound. Inside
and blocked by Boyer.
Michaela Boyer is a machine.
Michaela Boyer has more blocks than Tabby Clark and Cash Connors right now. Michaela Boyer, an all-around player. You could call her a 3-and-D type of player. Can shoot the ball so incredibly well. And on defense, you know, we see her being able to stop her girl. I almost said guy. Being able to block her, really just staying big on defense.
Yeah. You know who I just thought of?
Who?
Another person who wears Grinches on a Vikings team. It's Preston White. And he's a pretty consistent shooter. I mean, he might feel those Grinches a little bit.
He definitely feel those Grinches.
And I think because right now, Drew Anderson, Ty Palmer, Zane Windsor, Hudson Guthrie, they all kind of have the keys to the team, right? They'll hand them down to Jackson Brown, who, honestly, he has one of the keys right now as a junior.
For sure. Jackson Brown is such a good leader on this team.
Yeah, and he's a great player being named to a top, to the U17, basically Utah All-Star team. And then you got the juniors. But I think that Preston White is going to be handed a key for next year.
Him and Brendan Blackett for sure.
Oh, yeah. And Brendan Blackett's a sophomore, so he'll have keys.
I feel like he already has keys.
Yeah.
He's such an energy hype man on this roster. Can virtually score whenever he wants. It's not an issue for him, dropping 32 as his highest performance against Lone Peak. Did lose that game out there in Highland.
It's absolutely unreal.
As Tabby Clark gets the 13-footer to drop. But Brendan Blackett,
that was a floater. That's the
insane.
That's the hardest shot to get to drop in the game.
A floater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a high-skilled shot. Ball's missed. Pace got it. It's loose, and the buzzer goes off, and that is the half. The Vikings up 29-13, an unprecedented 26-point lead.
The Vikings had to do the math.
Is it It's 16-point lead.
Yeah, it's 16.
Sorry, it sounded wrong. I was like, that's way too much.
And the Vikings, the reason why they have this 16-point lead is leaded by their defense. Michaela Boyer with 2 blocks and 2 steals, leading this defense, and Tabby Clark being able to be a force inside, and virtually nobody can score on them right now. looking very good on defense and even better on offense, being able to knock down every shot they see.
Yeah, it's great.
Lancers,
I'm loving it.
Lancers really need to step up and figure out what they're doing before the end of this game if they want to get back into this game and make it close.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what this Pleasant Grove team can do for the rest of the game here.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. For now, we will be back with second half coverage in about 9 minutes. Gotta give my voice a break because it hurts. Guys,
Very
it's been
much.
operating on like 60%. I don't know if you can tell, like, go back and listen to like the Lone Peak games, you know, the home Lone Peak, the Westlake game. That was a great one.
That was a great one.
And my voice was normal.
The Westlake
missed
home
that.
game was also
Oh,
just an incredible game. I think if these Pleasant Grove boys can play like that,
They could go to
they
the U.
could go to the state.
Yeah,
They could go to
the U.
state. They could win. They could win it all. I think they could beat Corner Canyon. I think they could beat Lone
gave
Peak.
Harriman such a hard time this season.
And Harriman, one of the best teams in the state for 6A, and not an easy team to stop. But Vikings only lost by 1 to them, so
Yeah, just incredible. Well, we will be back with second half coverage in just a minute. If for now, get some snacks, enjoy your time. back after first half action here. Pleasant Grove up 16 points. Ross inside, down low. This is Tuiasoa. Stolen. Tabby Clark, and it's out of bounds, and it will be Pleasant Grove's ball.
Viking ball.
Okay, that's valuable.
Boyer inside, Connors. Turns around, Connors. Throws it over to Clark. Clark inside, Connors. She's fouled.
And even though Connors missed that shot, that was a great find by Tabby Clark. You know, faking that shot and just being able to drop it down towards Connors. Fantastic.
Sportsmanship is the key for all players.
See if Connors can knock these down. Viking section puts the V's up, and it's good.
And Connor's a really good free throw shooter. We're seeing her at the line a lot this season, and haven't really seen her miss very many free throws.
Yeah, if we pull up Pleasant Grove's statistics, if you will, is free throws percentage even on here? Nope, there's free throws per game. Okay, here we go. Boyer is the #1 free throw percentage shooter.
Tuiasoa turns over the ball. Layton, and it's tipped by Michaela Boyer. Another block for Michaela. That's 3.
Caleb Boyer is the second most scoring player on the team this year at 187. Guess how much Tabby Clark beats her by?
A lot. Oh, wow.
Tabby Clark has 305 points on the season.
Tabby Clark, just absolutely incredible.
That's just crazy, man. Free throw percentage, we got Kira Hadley's 100% on only 2 attempts ever, but next highest on like an amount of attempts is Michaela Boyer. She's 73 for 78. Or sorry, 57 for 73. That makes her a 78% free throw shooter.
And Michaela, only a sophomore, so by her senior year, these stats will most likely go up, being able to mature. And
yeah,
Ross
Connors
almost throwing that away, but Connors
inside.
being able to recover and hit that shot.
Connors puts them up 20, 33 to 13.
And we talked about that floater as the Lancers score right there off that floater being a very difficult shot in basketball. You know, that timing, and if you're going to go off 1 foot or 2 feet, and if you're going to put spin on the ball or not, there's so much that goes into a floater that makes it very difficult to make that shot. You know, got to be able to read the defense right, and if you can read the defense right, it's wraps from there.
Clark, a fadeaway shot, it's in.
That Dirk Nowitzki-like shot that we talked about at the beginning of this game, you know, Tabby's probably go-to shot and what she's known for here at PG.
Down low, Layton tries to save it. It's into Cash Connors' hands.
Fantastic defense by the Vikings once again.
Here comes Boyer, driving, kicks it out. Clark, a 3, no good.
Boyer from deep.
And
almost rolls it in.
James Harden-esque bounces in from the front. And another offensive rebound. Jada Ross thought about a 3. Here comes Ross. Ball is loose. It's in Layton's hands. Here comes Pace. Now Larson. Larson throws up a wild shot, and she's fouled. She's going to the line.
Great dribble moves by Larson, though. Don't see very much between the leg, behind the back stuff from girls.
First from Ava Larson. Good. Larson's second. Good. cuts the lead to 18. Or the deficit, if you're on Layton's
The deficit. Larson being double teamed up top.
She's got it. No timeout called yet. And she gets one. Ball was between her legs. Not sure if they count that as possession, but they sure did, just barely. Just incredible play from the Vikings in what's looking like to be a blowout win.
Can't be too sure. You know, crazier things have happened, but really
Yeah, I mean,
looking like the Vikings are going to win this game. Don't want to jinx it, but
yeah, I mean, look at how the 2021 Jazz ended their season. They had a 20-point lead in the third quarter, and they blew it to a Terrence Mann 40-point game. So, crazy things have happened. Crazier things have happened.
Terrence Mann in that 2021 playoffs run was absolutely incredible. We saw him against the Phoenix Suns too, right?
I hate Terrence Mann. He ruined the Jazz season that year. Jazz were the 1 seed, and honestly, to me, proved that having the 1 seed all season doesn't matter that much. Like, it's
really
just playoffs.
doesn't.
Because look at the 2016 Warriors, 73-9. And they blew a 3-1 lead in the finals.
To LeBron James.
They almost got beaten 3-1, like 4-1 in the win the Western Finals against the Thunder, which the Thunder probably would have gone on and won the finals.
Probably.
Unless LeBron had turned into, Le Sunshine LeBron instead of, classic LeBron.
LeBron James. Let's not even get started and focus on Vikings, because
I love LeBron James.
If we talk about LeBron, it's raps.
It's gonna be a
Just
5-hour podcast
about how LeBron James is debatable for the greatest player of all time. As McCoy Larson.
Tabby Clark ends up with it. Ball's on the floor. Jada Ross back out to Larson on
Had
the 3.
the shot, but decided not to shoot it. Kicks out to Ross.
Haven't seen a 3 from Larson this half yet. And a
Connor's
mid-range
shot
jumper.
rolls out.
Yeah, just a free throw line jumper right there, and it does not go in. Pace on the inside. Rotates up top. Inside, and Tabby Clark almost steals it from Thurgood, but Thurgood hits the deck.
Foul is called on number 13, Clark of the Vikings. Lands the ball into the basket.
Layton on the inbound, gets it into Koizik. Actually, it was Thurgood. Thought it was Koizik. It's Thurgood. Koizik's hair is so long, it covers her number. It's a perfect 1, and it's just a flat
She can't even see her
line.
number.
Yeah, it's like a ribbon. It's like, do you remember, was it Tim Few? Who had a player who had duct tape over the side of it to make it his right number because he lost his jersey?
That's insane. I don't know how you lose your jersey.
I don't know how either, but, weird stuff happens, man. Koizik inside. That's Webb. No good from Paisley Webb. Clark, and she loses it to the hands of Ava Larson. Here comes the Lancers, and the layup is smoked. Second attempt is good from Pace. Koiziak. Kazisek. Wait, is it Kazisek? I think it is. Been so long.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name.
I have dyslexia. I don't actually have dyslexia. I was just...
Cash Connors. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely incredible footwork by Cash Connors.
The dream shake, man. It's just great. Vikings, the scoreboard's consistently wrong on your screen. I don't know what's going on with our producer. Too much BYU basketball on his computer. Kicks it out. Paisley Webb banks in a mid-ranger. And that, making shots consistently, that's the road that can lead to a Terrence Mann kind of performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, basketball is a game of runs. You can go on a run and, really create energy. We saw it last week. The Miami Heat were up against the Thunder by over 20 points, and the Thunder went on a 24-0 run.
Yeah, just crazy.
Basketball is a game of runs here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you go on a run, it's virtually unstoppable because, you know, we've said it again and again and again. It's a game of runs, really. And we saw that with the Vikings in the second half, and we're seeing it a little bit with the Lancers here, hitting a ton of shots. As we see Zane Grothy taking Caden Duffield's spot over here as lead producer.
Yeah, kind of crazy, man. Zane Grothy.
We got a little bit of a student section today for these girls.
They want to see some good stuff.
So far, they are. Boyer gets the inbound pass, scanning the floor, trying to look for Jada Ross. Couldn't get her. Finally gets it to Jada. Jada back to Boyer. Boyer over to Ross. Ross to Maele. Maele with the layup, and it's good.
Maele just great from her, man. Maele, she's been an underrated performer this game.
Very underrated.
I think Boyer's a standout, and that's Paisley Webb. Second chance point.
As Tabby Clark.
Do they call it out of bounds? It rolled forward.
It hit the
pole
shot clock.
or the shot clock. I don't know anymore.
So
almost went in actually too.
The basketball bounces forward without hitting anything but the backboard, it's in. But if it bounces backwards or hits anything behind it, like the shot clock or the pole that's right there, then it'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, I missed that. It's my bad. Maele, mid-ranger. Tabby Clark, it's good. Tabby Clark, legacy game right here.
And Tabby Clark, such a fantastic player. I mean, we see it time and time again with her being able to hit a lot of shots.
Inside, it's good from Thurgood. Lead is slowly not being 20 points consistently. It's 16 right now. Into the corner. Maele, a three. Won't go. Rebound. Layton. Here they come. Ava Larson. Ava Larson spin move. Puts it up and she's fouled. She's going to the line.
Foul is picked up by number 30, Adams. Foul here from the line. 2 shots for the Lancers.
First is no good.
Stepping in for the Lancers, number 25, Kenny Benny, and number 22, taking for the Vikings, number 23, Cass Scott.
Second shot's good after minuscule attempts from the student section. It's very sudden. It just like happened out of nowhere. It was very interesting. I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a break. Enjoy this time out. Inbound, Boyer gets it to Maele. Back over to Boyer. And they're going to take it up the court. Picked up by Pace. Boyer gets past her. Into the corner. That's Ellie Adams, a three. No good.
Ellie Adams.
Rare
Gotta make
miss.
sure the ceiling's not falling.
Rare miss from Ellie Adams.
Very rare.
I think it was too quick of a transition three. I think she's kind of used to having her feet planted and ready. And, you know, she hasn't gotten a three-point attempt this game yet. Maybe some nervousness.
Vikings do get a second chance to score here as it went out on the Lancers.
Boyer's got it. inside Connors, and it's stolen by the Lancers, and a weird foul where they kind of just both slam into her. That's Cambry Henry.
Tabby Clark will come back into this basketball game.
And Tabby Clark, we saw it just like how Jordan Kohler for the Falcons just takes like 30-second breaks and comes back in. Just enough to sit down and get some Gatorade, and Jordan Kohler just incredible. Ball is on the floor, and Lancer ball, no jump.
I swear it's been Lancer's ball like every single time there's a jump ball.
Well, I don't think it was a jump that time, but the Vikings do get possession arrow again.
Oh, interesting.
Pace on the line. Stolen by the Vikings.
Michaela Boyer is having such a great defensive game. As she goes all the way to the basket
Puts it up and
gets
off
it
the
in.
glass.
Michaela Boyer. And for a flu game, Michaela Boyer having a very, very solid game.
Yeah. Timeout or a foul?
Looks like it's a foul.
Jada Ross. It's her second. They're in bonus. So they're going to be shooting free throws for the next 25 seconds. It's actually the first team foul, or Lancers only have one team foul in the quarter. Lead is only 16 for the Vikings. Hasn't seen it not be that in a while. 15 now. Boyer drives to Jada. A shot, no good, and Ellie Adams ends up with a great hustle. Back out to Boyer, reset. They got 11 seconds. I think that Jada might have thought that the clock was running low. Tabby Clark, don't trust in anyone's hands except hers. A floater.
Oh my goodness!
It is effortless for Tabby Clark.
Sideways, one-legged, just prayer shot, being able to go up and in for Tabby Clark, and she is unguardable right now.
That is Luka Doncic level unguardable. Remember his three where it was a fadeaway hook shot for the tie?
That was
crazy.
Against the Grizzlies in 2021, I think.
Just crazy
Absolutely insane. And the NBA season in the 2020-2021 season was absolutely incredible. The year after COVID, so there's no fans in your stadium, and just so many highlight plays. I feel like there's so many memorable pieces of that 2021 season. I mean, the first one that comes to mind, the Jazz were the 1 seed. Bucks Suns final is very memorable because neither of those teams have been to the finals in a minute. And then you see, the first thing that comes to mind for me was Charlotte's jerseys.
The light teal.
The light teal with gold. Absolutely incredible
great.
jerseys. I love those jerseys.
Reminds me of Terry Rozier. I just want to... Man, 2021 season, it just would have been so good if the Jazz were against the Suns in the Western Finals.
That would have been incredible.
Like, the kind of hate that each state has for the other team is super funny, and it would have been great. Not too far travel and two fan bases that are hungry for a title. Mm-hmm. It just would have been incredible.
And Jazz and Suns fans don't typically like each other. I went to a Jazz Suns game in Utah a couple of years ago, and a couple of fights broke out from what I've heard. People spitting on each other and a ton of crazy things.
Yeah, I mean, again, rival states, and now we took their hockey team. They do not like us. Clark, mid-ranger, good.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Tabby Clark.
It's more likely to bet on a miss and win more money. Like, it is crazy. Like, if you bet on a make, you're making nothing. That is a minus odds. It's minus odds. That's crazy. Clark has it. I don't even know how many points she has. Must be.
Michaela Boyer, wide open three, being able to knock it down. This Viking squad is absolutely obliterating the Lancers.
up 22. Ball is almost lost. Gets it back up top. No three taken. Now in the corner. It's Benny. Now underneath. Larson puts it up. Good.
The Lancers being able to find that dunker spot. Cutting to lead to 20.
Boyer. Inside to Clark, catches a high arcing pass, a shot, no good, and again, you would have made $10,000 on that miss.
Yeah, that's your miss that you're talking about right there, Jack.
Ellie Adams, back over to Clark. I think they wanted Ellie Adams 3. I think everybody wants that. Boyer, another 3.
One. Oh my goodness!
Heat check for
Boyer. And Tabby Clark and Michaela Boyer having 2 incredible games tonight.
I think that the Vikings have underperformed a little bit this season, but next year is bright. The future's bright for this team. They got a senior Tabby Clark coming back, and they'll have a junior Michaela Boyer and a junior Cash Connors, right? Or is Cash Connors a senior? Yes.
Cash Connors will be a senior.
So they got that dynamic, the twin towers, if you will, in Clark and Connors. First shot is good for the Lancers from Cambry Henry, sophomore. And this Lancers team is so many freshmen, so many sophomores, and then one junior.
Very young team.
I think they have 1 junior and 1 senior. Like, that's a young team. And you know this team, they went 2-20.
They got potential though.
Yeah, I mean
they're all very young. Maybe by the time that they're all seniors, things will be different.
Against Pleasant Grove, and that's a 3 from Clark. Off the back
another
of the
miss
rim.
you're talking about.
I mean, the 3s, it's less likely than those mid-rangers. The mid-rangers, I feel like that's just cash, that's just going in. Got a Kobe mid-ranger, DeMar DeRozan kind of mid-ranger.
Devin Booker.
Oh yeah, Devin Booker, another one. I'm not a big Devin Booker guy, but it's got a great shot,
Hey.
Larson. Inside, Ellie Adams. Oh, had an open shot. Now she takes a mid-ranger.
Unable to connect on that, though.
I think off the dribble is one of the more inefficient shots, and an off the dribble mid-ranger. Not great.
Just think her feet weren't set.
That's second shot.
Stolen by Larson.
Stolen, more like thrown away from the Lancers. Larson's got it, and it's pushed out of bounds. It's still Vikings ball. Got a sub in Michaela Boyer coming off the court now. Interesting choice. Bring in Kara Hadley, who, has been playing good.
Michaela Boyer, again, having a flu game today and absolutely showing out.
Stolen, sophomore to freshman. And it's tipped from behind by Kara Hadley. Got to make up for the mistake of the inbound pass.
And the freshmen on this team,
they're great.
They're fantastic. I think we have a really bright future with Michaela Boyer only being a sophomore and McCoy and Ellie Adams. And, they have a lot of sophomores and juniors. Freshmen on this team.
Turnover. I don't really know how, but it is. The thing about being a freshman on varsity is you're potentially 14 playing against 18-year-olds.
4-year age gap.
And that's huge, especially for boys teams. Like, the amount of growth that you can do. Like, I'm pretty sure Dwight Howard was like 6 foot when he was 14. And then he became 6'10" by his junior year.
Anthony Davis was 6'2" or something like that his senior year. And then his freshman year of college, he was 6'10".
Yeah, like unreal. Baseline, Ellie Adams back out. Hadley resetting over to Adams. Adams calling out the play. 14-year-old commanding the court. Great. Cash Connors rotates to Larson. Inside, Tabby Clark. Turnaround, mid-ranger. And the missing streak continues.
Tabby Clark going on a little bit of a cold spell here.
I mean, the heat check she was having.
They don't really need it.
Heat check she was having earlier is crazy. What looked to be mostly all ball ends up in Clark's hands. It's a foul. Going to the line, counting as a shooting foul.
Starting on the court for Lancers, number 2, Fredrickson, and for the Vikings, number 11, 2 years old.
Second is good. Cuts the lead to 19. Clark. Off the screen from ILA. Back out. Into the 3 from Ellie Adams. No good. Larson taps it out and Hadley's got it. Ellie Adams. I really want to see an Ellie Adams 3 here. Off the screen, it's tipped and stolen. Here comes Larson for the Lancers. And a foul. Tabby Clark puts her hand straight up and there's a foul called.
Picks up a foul on the shot. That was on number 13, Clark. Collier stepping to the line, 2 shots for the Lancers.
First is good.
First Boyer checks back in for the Vikings. Collier hits them both from the line. Foul on the shot. Foul's on number 11, Thursday. Boyer coming to the line, shooting 2.
Boyer's first is good.
Stepping on the court for the Lancers, number 20, Taya Pace.
Boyer's second racks at home. Into the corner. Lancers. Stolen. Boyer's got it. Going down the court. Boyer rotates over to Connor. Or, sorry, Tabby Clark. It's good from 3.
And Tabby Clark and Michaela Boyer smiling at each other after that little connection they had right there.
Wonder how many Clark has got this game. 20 plus. Into the corner, Larson gives it up for Boyer, a 3, good!
Oh my goodness, Michaela Boyer.
She can't miss.
5 threes on the night. Absolutely incredible game from Michaela Boyer.
And the right wing has been her spot. I mean, think about where she hit that deep NBA range 3. 2 minutes to go here. JV player checking in for the Vikings, I'm pretty sure here. Another JV player. We got some JVs coming in. Hadley. And fouled. And they're bringing in some junior varsity players. They sub Tabby Clark out.
Number 30, Lee Adams. Number 34, Shaggy Dean. And number 22, Iron Wagner.
Ellie Adams to Larson. I think this is an all-freshman squad we got on the court here. Oh, there's one junior. Ellie Adams, left-hand floater, can't connect. Tie it up. It's the Lancers' ball.
That is on Larson. Subbing in for the Lancers, number Horn and number 3.
This is Frederiksen. Frederiksen. Very nice. Hadley, thought about a 3. Kicks it out, Ellie Adams. She still could shoot one. Rotates into the corner. Stolen. Here comes Leah Shepard for the Lancers, and good.
Shepard with a steal and a bucket for the Lancers.
Hadley. Callie Mead puts it up, no good. Ball's loose. Back out, Callie Mead. Drives into the paint, underneath the basket. Ball is loose. It's still in the hands of Callie Mead. Can she shoot it now? Ellie Adams under the basket, puts it up and in. 26 to go on the clock. In the play-in game, the Vikings are up 25. Could they make it 30? They could, but is it out of taste? Stolen. Ellie Adams has got it. She's still got a chance to shoot it, but, dribbling it out is the more classy thing to do. Hadley. And they dribble it out, and the Vikings win their play-in game, and they are going to Syracuse. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. This has been Jack Barner, JB Calls. You can follow me on Instagram at JB Calls, JB_calls. That's CALLS. See some highlights from my commentary. We'll maybe put some highlights from here, as that Michaela Boyer heat check was great. And GK Jared taking highlights for him. And the Vikings, to get their last win of the season in Valhalla. It's going to be all away from here on out in neutral sites for both the girls and the boys team. My final game called in here. Potentially we'll have a future broadcast in a couple weeks that will feature my junior jazz team in the finals. That's if we make it. We play the semifinal game on Saturday. We'll have it in here if the championship features our team, and maybe I'm going to ask if we'll broadcast it, because it will be kind of fun. Be kind of fun to be in a broadcast, not like calling the broadcast. So there you go. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is my final game in Valhalla ever. As a high school student, maybe I'll be able to call some games later on to build my resume. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Jack Barnard and Owen left in the middle of the fourth quarter. So, there you go. Thank you, and goodbye.